time for a midday fix of facts and spicy sides.
From breaking headlines to backroom whispers.
All served hot and fresh. Happy Wednesday. I'm Monique Tuzon-Basi.
I'm Ferdi Salvador. Glad to have you with us.
I'm Mai Rodriguez. This is a Daily Dish.
And I'm Chal Lontoc. Join us in the next hour and a half where the news meets the stories that matter to you.
All right, it's still Fashion Week, ladies.
Yes.
All the way.
Let's talk about our fashion today.
I'm just glad somebody wore orange.
We're
Together.
different
Also,
The
shades.
theme for today is earth tones plus
The
sun.
sun.
So sunset ang orange. Sunset.
I have a receipt saying it's earth tones or slash or and
sun.
or the sun.
So
the
pasok
sun. This
tayo.
is Manila
We're
Bay,
like,
guys.
pasok
Manila
kami
Bay
ni
sunset.
Ferdi. Look, we were like in the same
Guys, I have
wavelength.
the earth with me and the sun.
Don't you love the sun also?
Can
when
you
it's
guys
orangey?
help me out here? Can you comment down below because I know you guys are watching live. Did she sell the sunset?
Well,
is she
anyway,
selling
this is
sunset?
more-
Manila,
Earth
selling
tone.
sunset. Manila Bay sunset.
This
Okay.
is subdued orange.
It's like a burnt
Don't
orange.
you love that we're on the last Wednesday of January and we're
It
finally
is?
wearing bright colors? Yes, it's
We
the
did
last
wear- we did pastel
Wednesday
on Monday.
of
Yeah.
January.
Oh, that one I
pastel
love.
was nice.
That one I love. That one I love.
Oh, si Mai's so funny. She's like, don't you love it? We're wearing bright colors on the
Something
last
bright.
Wednesday of January.
No, but I didn't realize that it is the last Wednesday of January. January has felt so long. A lot of people have been saying, January
was so
pa rin.
fast.
Well, it's always like that, right? Every year, January, Feb is like the longest. Then once
Is it?
April hits, it's December na after
Di ba
April.
parang 5 weeks on January? It's like parang, it seems like 5 weeks instead
It's been a
of 4.
busy January for a lot of
But
people.
I think we should enjoy it, right? Like, that's a good remembrance. Enjoy the time that we have. Actually, I prefer the time being slower than being faster because you can savor it.
That's true.
Agree.
And
So if time is
also-
slower, you can sleep more.
And you can do a lot more.
But
Also, and we're
anyway,
counting down to
in-
Valentine's Day, right?
Yes.
Okay.
In fashion news.
Real fashion news.
Real fashion. Because we're all about Paris Fashion Week happening right now. Jeff Bezos and his wife Lauren Sanchez have been criticized during Paris Fashion Week with some comments saying it's Monday is trash day in Paris.
The comments are funny.
She's the-
They're hilarious.
No, but
I
they're kind of
know.
mean, guys. They're not funny.
You know,
But no,
like it's very
How is
funny.
it
No,
funny?
like it's because it's witty. The comments are witty. Like instead of saying like, "Oh, it's ugly," they made it like, "I didn't know Dior could look so trashy, looking like Amazon."
know.
That's
That's
the comment.
funny.
They mentioned
Oh, it's
like
not funny. It's just witty.
I'm a firm believer that you do
It's
you,
witty.
wear what you want, but I think this has a lot more to do with who is wearing what.
Look, all I can say for Lauren is don't listen to these people because, baby girl, you can afford it, flaunt it,
It doesn't
okay?
matter.
And also
honestly,
maybe-
what people
What
say.
is she
Maybe
wearing?
because she's
Is it-
wearing
she's-
the
okay,
fur.
she's wearing- she's
getting
wearing-
bashed for the fur.
No, but she's wearing Dior, but somebody
Vintage
said...
Dior.
Okay.
Somebody said she's the only one that can make Dior look like it came from Amazon.
Amazon
But-
or Shein.
Oh, the one I saw was
Did you see?
Temu version.
Yeah, the
Temu
Temu version.
But that's...
But you do you guys. Wear what you want. If you want to wear sunset orange, go ahead.
Are you guys mad at Lauren?
No,
Are you
nothing
for
against
Lauren?
her.
That's why I
I'm
said
neutral.
kudos to the girl for working her way up. She's also a pilot, by the way. So
And
yeah.
she used to be a
Oh, that's
broadcaster.
interesting.
Exactly.
Also,
Yo,
there are
what are your
comments.
thoughts on
no,
her?
I think the comments are also coming from the supporters and journalists who are clamoring for Jeff Bezos to stop the layoffs, the impending layoffs
Yes.
in the Washington Post, which he owns now.
So I think it has more to do with that than the outfit itself.
That's why they're
Because if
getting-
the Blackpink wore this, we'd get
Yeah,
a
for
different.
sure.
No, but I
comment.
guess, well, again, in Tagalog, binabagayan, right? I'm neither here nor there with regard to her. Let's just be nice.
Did you notice as well, Jeff Bezos had some sort of work done? According to some commenters, like in the jaw, like
They both had something
maybe it's
done.
a filler. They're
Botox?
saying it might be a filler or
Look at
a
mine knowing
Botox.
all these
Yeah, because
things.
he had a more prominent jawline.
That's the thing now for men. If you want a more prominent
Yeah.
jawline, you get fillers here.
Actually, for a more prominent jawline is what I did. It was...
lose weight as well.
Yes,
diba?
it was, oh my gosh, I forgot the term, but Dr. Ivy and Dr. Z, don't worry, I'm gonna talk about it soon.
Is it Thermage?
It's no, it's not. It's oh my gosh.
He got vacuumed. That's what
That's
I
why
remember.
I was saying. That's what I was
But
telling
he
him.
literally got because Ferdi was like, guys, I'm gonna get vulcanized. I'm like when you vulcanize the wheel.
It's my face
The
getting
face.
fixed.
It's a lifting.
vulcanized.
Yeah.
Endo lift. That's what it was called. Endo lift.
Endo
I
lift.
did
We're
endo
not,
lift.
we're not sure if Jeff Bezos did those, but one thing is for sure, he's dressing better.
He's dressing better.
Yeah,
Oh.
so that one we'll give it to Laureen, the wife.
Yes. Okay, and then there's a toy in
Actually,
China.
this is super cute.
I want to
Mai.
see this.
Yeah, this is a toy that went viral. This is supposed to commemorate the upcoming Chinese
I
New
love
Year.
it.
I love it.
Is it a horse? It looks like a cow.
But it looks so cute.
So it's supposed to be the horse, the fire horse, since that's the
Yeah.
year. And apparently the sewers accidentally made the hit the smile backwards. It's supposed to be smiling upwards, but they made it the hit sad. So people are saying it's very relatable.
But the entire batch is sewn that way.
Yeah, so they sold
Well,
out
you see
quick.
some smiles, so I guess you get lucky
Pero-
if you get the sad one.
It's a different factory.
Yes. Well, this is
See,
definitely
oh,
made in
ayan.
China.
I want the sad-looking one.
There are ones that are smiling, but there are
The
the ones.
sad ones
Oh,
are
but this is
cute.
cuter.
So this one
so
shows you that
adorable.
some mistakes can actually make it through and
I don't know,
get
but
you in.
But the face looks like it actually looks like a cow. Is it just me?
it feels
Are
like
you
the
hungry?
start
Kinda
of
looks like a cow.
2026.
Oh, but the question is, where can we order one? Because I want one.
Let's
well,
check.
cute.
I'm
Let's
sure
check.
we can find. I'm
Please
sure.
tell us where to order if
I'm
you
sure
guys find out.
in the lovely couture epicenter of the Philippines, Divisoria. I'm sure they have it
We'll
there.
pasabay. That's soon gonna be there, Divisoria and Green Hill.
But is
Yes.
it small enough to put in your bag?
No, there's different
Probably.
sizes,
Oh,
so-
I want the big one. It's gonna sit
Some
right
are still
here beside me.
smiling.
Yeah, so some are half smiling, some are frowning. The frowning is so adorable.
I love the frowning one. Oh, anyway.
We're gonna get our hands on that, but
he
you know
is just
what?
getting real, frowning. Some days are not good, right?
Yeah.
You know what we can get our hands on too? Scaparelli just opened their first Asian store in
Yes,
Hong Kong.
in Hong Kong.
And it's gorgeous.
wow.
It's gold and it's black and it looks like an apartment. Like I want to live there.
Oh, it looks so
Super
luxe.
West
Beautiful.
Daily.
Yeah.
And because I saw this, Mo, and it reminded me of you because you're obsessed with the shoes.
Yes, I
And
need
guess what?
their shoes.
They have a different. It's a whole variety of birds.
That's why we're gonna
Oh
come.
my gosh,
We're gonna
I wanna
go
see.
We'll do a trip to Hong Kong just to go to Scaparelli.
Wow! But you know what? There's sort of a trend. Miss Caparelli started it with the feathers. Now Dior also has them with the clutches and flowers. It's gonna. I
Was
love
it
this.
feather
season.
year
Yeah.
this year?
Avian look.
It's
Yeah.
the avian.
Avian
Something that brings layers and texture.
Yes,
Right?
yes. I like it. I like
I
it.
love
But we've got
so pretty.
exciting guests, Chally.
So excited because today we are proud Filipinos. Super excited because we have Tallulah Proulx, the youngest Filipina to qualify in Winter Olympics.
She is amazing.
We've been seeing her online.
Yes.
People internationally have been talking about her. So we are so happy and proud to have her here at the Daily Dish. Also today, we have another girl making us proud.
Yeah, we have Miss World Philippines Ifugao 2025, Valerie Pawid West, and she's going to represent Ifugao province.
That's
for
the
the very
first
first
time.
time.
First time.
So we're
I
excited
love
to
it.
chat with the girls.
Yes.
It's Girl Power Day today.
All right, those conversations coming up. But first, the headlines. In today's headlines, President Bongbong Marcos skips another event in Malacanang as he continues to recover from diverticulitis. The Senate Social Justice Committee resumes discussions on a bill seeking to institutionalize government aid as a right and not as a political favor. In sports, Alex Ayala, the lone Filipina left in the Philippine Women's Open singles draw, is set to face Japan's Himeno Sakatsume. And later in the show, we'll speak with Tallulah Proulx, the first Filipina to qualify in the Winter Olympics. We also have Valerie Pawid West to talk about her advocacies and her preparations for the upcoming Miss World Philippines. Our top story, a week after he was hospitalized, President Bongbong Marcos skipped the awarding ceremony for outstanding government workers this morning. Executive Secretary Ralph Recto says doctors advised the president to rest for a week. Ivy Reyes joins us live from Malacanang. Hi Ivy, what's the latest?
Yes, President Bongbong Marcos has skipped another engagement this morning as he recovers from diverticulitis. Executive Secretary Ralph Recto said, this is the third consecutive absence of the president since his hospitalization last week. Executive Secretary Recto has once again represented the president at the Parangal sa Mga Lingkod ng Bayani, the awarding ceremony for outstanding government workers at the Malacanang Palace. Selected civil servants, including administrative officers, firemen, and health professionals from all over the country who displayed exceptional public service in 2025 were given the highest recognition. On the president's consecutive absence, Executive Secretary Recto said that while diverticulitis is no serious concern, recovery requires downtime. Recto said President Marcos was advised to rest for a week, but that he still has scheduled public engagements in the coming days. PBBM is also scheduled to preside the donning of ranks ceremony later this afternoon, promoting acting PNP Chief Jose Melencio Nartares Jr. to a 4-star ranking general. Recto told the media, however, that he is unsure whether this will push through or not due to some potential disagreement with MMDA General Manager Nicolas Torre III, who pronounced last week that he did not forward any resignation letter. Should the donning honors fail to proceed later, Recto said it has nothing to do with the president's health. The palace commented on Torre's appeal last week and said the former police chief's statement was only a misunderstanding in that he was advised to resign following his reinstatement to a government post as MMDA General Manager.
Ivy, how's the president doing, and is he expected to attend some of the events lined up this week?
ES Recto said the president is catching up on some paperwork and that he is fine and that there's nothing to worry about.
All right, thank you, Ivy Reyes, live from Malacanang. Navota City Representative Toby Chanco insists former Congressman Zaldico and Speaker Martin Romualdez are behind the 2025 budget insertions and not President Marcos. Chanco tells BNC's On Point there is no evidence supporting claims the projects were ordered by the president.
Most credible testimony directly implicates the president as the architect. Yan po nakasulat and beneficiary of this scheme. Former Ako Bicol Representative Zaldico has alleged that the president ordered the insertion of 100 billion in projects. Ito po yung lumabas dun sa video niya, providing a list of such projects. Such insertions have been subsequently validated as these do not appear in the NEP but appear in the GAA. I'm just gonna stop there. Yun po yung one of the allegations. So ginamit po nila dito yung sinabi po ni Zaldico doon sa kanyang video testimony na nag-utos ang Pangulo ng 100 billion pesos na insertion. And here's where they're basically saying that it appears to be accurate because it was not in the NEP but it was in the GAA.
Yes.
To react to that?
It was not in the NEP. It was in the GAA is definitely an insertion. Pero ang sabi ni Zaldico, utos ng Pangulo. Pero anong proof ni Zaldico na utos? Diba wala naman siyang proof. Ang maliwanag doon, ginawa niya yung insertion. So kaya nga dapat si Zaldico talaga ang mapauwi dito, di ba? And again, nasabihin ko, hindi naman pwedeng gawin niya ni Zaldico nang hindi alam ni Martin Romualdez.
Former Speaker Martin Romualdez.
So silang dalawa yung dapat mapanagot dyan, di ba?
On the impeachment complaint against the president, Chanco says he is willing to testify under oath on his earlier account that Mr. Marcos confronted Romualdez and co. over the misuse of public funds in November 2024. House Justice Committee Vice Chair Jonathan Keith Flores says they must prioritize process over politics in handling the impeachment complaints against President Marcos. Speaking on BNC's agenda, Flores also admits it will be challenging to tackle simultaneous impeachment proceedings against both the president and the vice president. He points out impeachment complaints against the country's top two leaders could be disruptive. He, however, insists it is a constitutional duty the House must fulfill.
So may opinion po ba kayo tungkol sa mga numero? Sabi nga po nila, it's a political exercise that requires numbers. And sa ngayon po, mas marami po ang kakampi ng administrasyon.
That's true po na it's a political game. But I think, no, for my personal opinion po, I think it's best to focus on the process, not on the politics. Lalo na po na we're also trying to redeem the image of the House of Representatives. So as much as possible, we would try to set politics aside and maybe decide based on the law and our conscience.
Last question po, yung kakayanin po ba ng Kamara o ng Taong Bayan yung pagtalakay po ng impeachment ng Pangulo, sasabay pa yung impeachment move against the Vice President?
Well, hindi po, we cannot deny that it's gonna be disruptive in a sense kasi these are the two highest officers of the land, no? But it is a process that is enshrined in our Constitution and we just have to go through it.
Flores warns that one of the grounds for impeachment, betrayal of public trust, can be broad, stressing that tangible evidence is crucial to back claims rather than relying solely on conflicting testimonies. The House of Representatives aims to pass a unified anti-political dynasty bill ahead of President Bongbong Marcos's State of the Nation address this July. That's according to Lanao del Sur 1st District Representative Zia Alonto Adyong. On Bilyonaryo News channels at the forefront, Adyong, who chairs the House Committee on Suffrage and Electoral Reform, says pressure is mounting on Congress to move the measure forward amid growing public clamor and Marcos's directive to prioritize this piece of legislation. Looking ahead, Adyong says his committee is bracing for possible challenges should the bill be enacted into law, as it may override provisions in existing policies.
It will supersede all other laws that have been enacted previously. So may repealing clause siya.
Okay.
But that's what we intend to avoid sana because we don't want, especially attorney now, that I actually as a chairman, I'm not saying that it would happen, but I anticipate petition in the Supreme Court.
Pag nagpasa
Pag
kayo ng
nagpasa
basa.
tayo.
The lower chamber kicked off deliberations on the measure on Tuesday. As a key official, COMELEC Chair George Garcia said reforms should be comprehensive, addressing parts of the election code to ensure the smooth implementation of the measure. Other lawmakers also flagged concerns that the bill could limit democratic participation and infringe on the public's right to vote. Adyong says they will try to address all these concerns.
The more candidates we have, the better for the electors to choose from. So how can you actually reconcile those two opposing views? And that's what we intend to do in the committee. At least provide a legal definition so we can operationalize Section 26, Article 2 of the
A Senate panel resumes discussions on a measure that seeks to institutionalize financial aid given by the government. Hannah T. is reporting live from the Senate. Hannah, how are deliberations going there?
My lawmakers are moving to cut politics out of government aid by no longer turning AIX into a political favor. This is after the Senate resumed its deliberations on institutionalizing the assistance to individuals in crisis situation or AIX. Senator Erwin Tulfo, a former DSWD secretary, warned that AIX has long been used as a political tool where aid depends on who you know or who you voted for. He recalled cases where flood victims were excluded from assistance after barangay officials learned they did not support them in elections. This, he said, is what the bill seeks to stop. Under the proposed AIX Act, assistance will be given directly by the DSWD, not through mayors, barangay officials, or politicians. The requirements are stripped down to just two: a valid ID and proof of crisis, such as a hospital bill or funeral expense. Indigency certificates are removed, a document Tulfo says has have been routinely used to exclude people for political reasons. Tulfo's version of the measure imposes administrative and criminal liability on any person who abuses or manipulates AIX. This includes government officials or employees who interfere in the distribution, favor or exclude beneficiaries for political reasons, or use the program for personal or electoral gain. Penalties under the bill include suspension, dismissal from service, and the filing of criminal cases without prejudice to other laws. Private individuals who coerce beneficiaries, demand a cut, or act as a political middleman may also be held liable. The bill also creates a dedicated AIX bureau within the DSWD with clear standards, documentation, and audit requirements to prevent discretionary releases. AIX became one of the government aids being criticized following issues on the national budget, as this aid was called a soft pork used for political motives, including impeachment. Mai?
Hannah, you mentioned na one ID lang ang kailangan para maiwasan ang pamumulitika sa AIX. Paano ang magiging sistema nito? And also, is this for yung mga sa masa?
Sabi ni Senator Tulfo kanina, hindi lang ito pang masa. This is actually for the general public, mapamayaman man or mahirap. Sabi niya, pwedeng mag-apply ang sino mang individual sa AIX. At on the part of the ID naman, the Philippine Statistics Authority recommended that the national ID, physical, digital, or paper format should be used as the primary ID for the AIX. At yan ay dahil meron ngang single or biometric-based yung national ID at maiiwasan ang duplication if ever because of this. But sabi ni Tulfo, since marami na nga yung registered sa national ID, hindi pa rin natatanggap ng iba yung kanilang physical ID. That is why wala pang clear timeline kung magagamit nga itong national ID as basis sa pagkuha or pag-claim ng AIX. At for now, inaaral pa ng komite based dun sa ating last monitoring kung paano yung magiging sistema at kung posible nga bang national ID yung gamitin for AIX. Back to you, Mai.
Thank you, Hannah T, reporting to us live from the Senate. In other news, authorities are investigating the massive fire that gutted a superstore in Quezon City early this morning. Charmaine Abong is on the phone for the details. Hi, Charmaine. I understand umabot sa fifth alarm itong sunog na ito. Tell us what happened.
Yes, Mai. At around 10:48 a.m., the fire that broke out at a superstore here in Barangay Pasong Putik, Fairview, Quezon City was declared fire out as the Bureau of Fire Protection or BFP continues to investigate the cause of the incident, which started in the early hours of Wednesday. According to Fire Senior Inspector Bernardo Soriano, Chief of the Fire Investigation and Intelligence Section of the Quezon City Fire District, an estimated 80% of the superstore was destroyed by the blaze. No injuries were reported among the store's employees or firefighters. The fire started at around 4:40 a.m. and spread rapidly, prompting authorities to raise it to fifth alarm status by 5:17 a.m. Several vehicles parked near the establishment were also damaged after being hit by collapsing walls of the building. The BFP said portions of the structure gave way due to the intense heat inside the supermarket, forcing firefighters to use breathing apparatus while battling the fire. As of this time, investigators are focusing on the basement area of the building as they work to determine the cause of the fire. Initial information indicates that the establishment was only constructed in February 2024. Meanwhile, the store manager declined to give further details, saying that an official statement will be released. Mai.
Charmaine, walang casualties dito sa fire, ano? Pero I understand mabilis na nag-escalate yung fire response at halos nga buong superstore, buong supermarket ano, ang natupok. How many fire trucks were deployed in the area?
Yes, May, dahil sa bilis ng pagkalat ng apoy, umabot sa mahigit 60 fire trucks galing sa iba't ibang bahagi ng Metro Manila ang rumisponde dito sa insidente. 28 dito ay galing sa Bureau of Fire Protection, habang 37 naman ay mga fire volunteers. May.
Charmaine, kumusta ang traffic situation dyan sa area?
Yes, Mai. As of this moment, medyo mabagal yung pag-usad niya. Pero kung ikukumpara ito kaninang umaga, mas mabilis na siya. Dahil nga may tumutulong na rin na fire traffic management dito sa area, sa paligid ng superstore dito sa Fairview, Quezon City. Mai.
Thank you, Charmaine. Abong reporting. Nueva Vizcaya Representative Timothy Cayton denies abandoning constituents amid growing protests against mining operations in the area. This comes after community members established a people's barricade to oppose exploration in Dupax del Norte. The congressman said he only learned through social media that the British-owned mining firm Waggle had been granted a permit.
I'm a legislator, I'm a lawyer. We wanted to bring the matter, sabi ko nga, in the proper venue, yung within the means and bounds of my obligation as congressman, and at the same time within the bounds of the law. Siyempre, ang obligasyon ng isang congressman is to bring the issue before the Congress. I made a privileged speech. Actually, ako nga una nagpa-investiga dyan. Because there are allegations of uprooting of trees. And walang permit to cut. Mga ganon. Napaabot ko na yan sa MGB before. And I even filed a House bill.
Yes.
Yeah, for the redelineation, expansion of the coverage of watershed.
The Antipolo City government vows to exhaust all legal options to protect its natural landscapes. This comes amid the proposed installation of wind turbines in parts of the Masungi Geo Reserve. On BNC's Politico Nightly, City Planning and Development Coordinator Rowena Zapanta said there has been no response from the project developer Vena Group Philippines and the Environment Department to the city's request for the project's relocation.
Kung sakasakali po na ma-deny po ito, ang lokal na pamahalaan po ng Antipolo at ng Rizal po, province po natin, we will exhaust all legal means para po masolusyonan po ang problema pong ito. Definitely po, ang pagprotekta po sa kalikasan ay isa po sa mga prioridad po ng ating probinsya.
The local government clarified it is not against renewable energy projects, but warned that development must avoid destroying irreplaceable natural resources. After closing 2025 just below its sales target, the local automotive industry is looking ahead with cautious optimism. Industry group Campi says steady demand, rising EV sales, and broader consumer choice could help drive growth in the year ahead. Our mobility correspondent, G. Baroga, has the story.
The Philippine car market saw modest growth in 2025, ending the year short of its 500,000 unit sales target. Even so, the Chamber of Automotive Manufacturers of the Philippines, or CAMPI, says its outlook for the new year remains steady. New CAMPI President Jose Maria Atienza, who also serves as Executive Vice President of Toyota Motor Philippines, says December sales picked up, helping the industry finish the year on a stronger note.
But market is basically flat. It's a small growth last year, about 2% to 3%. And we see this level to continue, at least for 2026. We are hopeful that it reaches 500,000 units this year. And we hope that demand and consumer confidence in this industry would be back soon.
The auto industry closed 2025 with more than 491,000 vehicles sold, with CAMPI members accounting for over 463,000 units. One bright spot is electrified vehicles. Sales in this segment surged to nearly 59,000 units, giving EVs a 12% share of the market. Campi expects this momentum to carry into the new year as the group steps up efforts to educate consumers and widen their choices.
Customers would have different needs and different technologies would be required, as well as many types of vehicles. So we need to provide as much choices as possible. The more important word there is choice for customers.
Beyond EVs, commercial vehicles, including 3-row and larger capacity models, also helped fuel industry growth. Campi says this reflects demand not just in the Philippines but across neighboring countries, a trend the group expects to continue. While there are still challenges, Atienza remains confident about what lies ahead.
We are a growing economy, we are a growing population, and such growth needs vehicles and mobility. So we are quite positive that future of automotive market will continue to be in a good level for so many years to come.
Atienza is also hopeful that vehicle production in the Philippines would improve with good collaboration between the industry and the government, as well as through incentive programs such as CARS, RACE, and the Electric Vehicle Incentives Strategy. The industry veteran took over Campi presidency from attorney Romel Gutierrez, who led the organization for 14 years. Now with 29 member companies, Atienza says Campi is in talks with other car brands to join the group, further strengthening its voice in the industry. Atienza brings with him 35 years of automotive experience, much of it in Toyota marketing. For BNC Mobility, G. Baroga.
Do not fall into the "I deserve this" mindset when it comes to consumption. That's a reminder from Dragon Fee Securities co-founder and CEO John Carlo Lim. On BNC's Business Brief, Lim says young professionals should start planning early for retirement.
So the rule of thumb is, especially when you're in your 20s, you want to save at least 10% of your gross income towards your retirement. But I do understand, again, the more financially susceptible members of society. But thankfully, there are instruments wherein you don't really have to choose. There are instruments such as, let's say, for example, the money market rate, which is invested in BSP bills, right? It's actually yielding above 4%. And if you need liquidity, you can withdraw within 1.5 days. So you should never leave your money. You should never set it aside without it earning a yield.
Economic zones are emerging as a safe haven for investments as the Philippine economy enters 2026 with growth and confidence still under pressure. On BNC's Business 360, Philippine Economic Zone Authority Director General Tereso Panga said investments inside PEZA zones continue to gain traction, with approvals up 22% in 2025 and a higher target set for this year. He said PEZA is aiming for 300 billion pesos in investment approvals in 2026 after exceeding its 250 billion peso target last year as early investor leads and new project applications come in.
A much higher target. It's still early in 2026, but does it look like this is within reach?
Well, yes. In fact, I just came from a mission from the U.S. and already we're getting a lot of leads. Some of these will be applying soon for projects with the PEZA.
What are you seeing in the early stages of 2026?
Well, as I've said, it's early to tell, but it's not to say that all these global impacts are not weighing down on our investors. So obviously that will be a cause for concern. But we're encouraged by the interactions with our investors in our investment missions. And in fact, we just had our board meeting where we approved some 7 billion pesos in investments. And so it's so encouraging that we continue to expect more projects to be applied with PEZA in the coming months.
She's making history on snow and proudly carrying the Philippine flag on the world stage. Up next, we'll speak with Tallulah Proulx, the youngest Filipina to ever qualify for the Winter Olympics. Stay tuned, The Daily Dish will be right back.
I trust only the best for me. UFC. Puno ng natural na sangkap. High standard sa alaga. Safe ang paggawa. Noon pa man, bilib na ako. Kaya ito ang pride ko. UFC. World-class quality.
Welcome back to The Daily Dish. How does it feel to carry the Philippine flag in a sport that's considered rare and even unexpected for us Filipinos?
Today, we're breaking the ice with the youngest Filipina to ever qualify for the Winter Olympics. Joining us live via Zoom is Tallulah Proulx. Hi, Tallulah. Thank you so much for joining us today, or evening there.
Thank you.
And she looks so bright, and even if it's evening there.
Tallulah, mabuhay! All the way from the Philippines. This is your first live interview. I know you've done other interviews before, so thank you so much for making time. All the way from Utah. We know it's in the evening. Tell us, Tallulah, how does it feel to be the first Filipina in Winter Olympics, plus the first Filipina, the youngest as well? So that's 2 in 1.
I feel so proud to be able to represent Filipinos, and especially in alpine skiing, which I don't think many Filipinos know about. So I hope that I can spread some awareness of the sport. And I'm also just so excited to have the opportunity to go.
All right, Tallulah, can you educate us on your sport?
So, skiing, of course, you just go down the mountain, have fun, ski wherever. But for alpine racing, there's 2 different events that I qualified in. So giant slalom and slalom. So the picture there is slalom, where there's like a pole, and then you have to go around the poles, and you have to go from top to bottom as quickly as possible.
Yes,
and
I like that you guys kind of hit the poles when
left and right.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, earlier on, Ferds, I like that you
what
asked
about the
this.
second one?
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, and then for giant slalom, it's very similar, except it's a bit further distance and a lot quicker. You're skiing a lot quicker. And then there's like 2 poles with a fabric.
Yes.
And you have to
go through it.
Go fast.
Oh my gosh, you were saying, Cha?
Yeah, no, because she mentioned slalom and the giant slalom. You know, we don't have snow here, as you know, in the Philippines. So I had to read through this and learn about the gates. So thank you so much for sharing that. But tell us, how do you get started with skiing, with the sport itself?
So I grew up in California, in Berkeley, California. And
where they don't have snow either.
Yeah, they don't. They don't. So it was, we went on a family vacation to Tahoe, which is 3 hours from my house at the time. And on the weekends, we would go every time and ski. And I had so much fun. I was on like this small team called the Little Rippers, and it was a bunch of little kids. I started skiing at 3, and I lived there until I was 7, and then I moved to Iowa, which is in the middle of the U.S. It's very flat.
And you got snow.
Yeah. The only mountain there was a small hill, and I started ski racing there.
Oh wow! And it's just so cool because, you know, I get surprised and shocked pleasantly every time I hear about Filipinos joining the Winter Olympics. In fact, we found out about the Winter Olympics candidates or sports teams from our good friend Avel Bacudio because he made your national uniforms, and we were like, what? This there we qualified for the Winter Olympics. But it's so cool. I mean, are you the only Filipina in your category?
Correct. I'm hoping, I think there are some younger skiers who are up and coming, but I'm currently the only Filipina in my age group, so in the competitive FIS level.
And how young are you, my dear?
I'm 17 years old.
That's so, wow, we are so proud. Can you imagine at 17?
What were we doing, Ferds?
Definitely
not the Olympics.
I'm definitely not an Olympic athlete. I was even afraid to go down the snow the slopes.
Tallulah, your competition is happening really soon in Italy. It's on Feb 6. It starts on Feb 6. Tell us all the preparation that you have been going through, the training that you have been doing.
So I train every day. Basically, I've been training around 6 days a week. And as you can see, I did a little vlog for my Instagram. But I actually trained this morning as well. I train at the Utah Olympic Park, which is around 15 minutes from my house. And so this morning I trained for around 3 or 4 hours, just skiing and doing laps with my coach.
That's actually very intense in my point of view because 4 hours is
6 days a week.
Chal, it's like literally running a marathon every day.
Do you still go to school, Tallulah? Are you still back at school? Or is it purely focused on this one first?
So basically, I went to a school called the Winter Sports School, and there's actually quite a few Olympians from that school. But basically, I did school over this summer, so I had the winters off to completely dedicate to training, and I actually graduated last November.
Yay! Congratulations! You're gonna go to college soon. I love that. I go to an elite.
Olympian school.
Olympian school
with other Olympians.
And we can change our schedule from the summer to the winter.
No, but it really takes a lot of focus. Tallulah, guide us through your feeling that you got because here in the Philippines, I have been seeing countless and countless of articles of people talking about you, praising you for what you're actually representing. Of course, us, the Filipinos. Tell us about the outpour that you've been getting.
I know, I've been getting so much overwhelming support, especially on social media. Like my family and my relatives in the Philippines are telling me about everything they've been seeing. And of course, on Instagram, I'm just getting so many warm and positive comments.
Yes.
I was so excited to find out that I qualified for both events. And I just can't wait to show the world the Philippines and what Filipinas can do.
Tallulah, are your relatives here watching you today?
I hope so, yeah.
And where are they from? I want you to make a shout out to them.
They're from Eastern Samar in Borongan.
Yes, Borongan. Well, hello, shout out to Tallulah's relatives in Borongan. I'm sure you guys are very, very proud of her. But when are you going to come down and visit us in the Philippines?
Yeah, I hope. My parents said after Olympics and my training is done, I can have rest and relaxation and visit the Philippines and see all my relatives.
And not only that, you're going to be here in studio talking to us about your experience at the Olympics in Italy.
I would love to.
Oh, how exciting.
When was the last time that you were here? Were you fortunate enough to get to visit Philippines already before?
No, unfortunately, I was going to go during COVID. But then afterwards, I was so busy with training because, my schedule is so hectic. I train basically year round.
She was 11 then.
You did the math, Ferds.
Yeah. And so I can't wait to come hopefully after the Olympics and enjoy, of course.
Okay, I have another question for you, Tallulah. How would you feel if you were pitted or compared with Alex Ayala as the poster girl for the Winter Olympics, Filipino style?
That is such an honor. Alex Ayala is such an iconic woman. I look up to her so much. She's amazing, and I hope I someday get to meet her. She's definitely one of my idols.
Well, you gotta go troop our fellow Filipinos that live in Italy to get to the slopes and to make signs for you there and to support you.
Yeah.
And what message?
Exactly. What message would you like to share with young Filipinos who dream of actually competing in global sport events just like what you are doing?
I want to say, if you put, well, it sounds a little cliche, but if you're passionate about something and if you put your heart towards it, I believe that you can achieve anything. I'm so shocked that I even get the opportunity to ski, and especially in the Olympics for the Philippines, and I'm so honored. And I believe if you have the right community supporting you, like all my coaches, teammates, and my family, anything can become possible.
Yeah, looking ahead, what makes you more excited about your continuing journey or the Olympics? This is not going to be your first time. You're young. You're 17. You've got another at least 3 more Olympics under your wing.
Yeah, I think that going into it this time, I'm just going to enjoy the experience. Of course, it's my first massive competition, so I want to just do my best, and then hopefully with the more Olympics in the future, I can be even more competitive and show the Philippines someone to be proud of.
Yes, Tallulah. I hope you don't mind, Chal, but I know every Olympian guns for the gold.
Oh yeah.
Have you been praying hard, or have you just been focused and training hard?
Kind of both, but I've definitely been kind of focusing on my mindset, especially because I'm going to be surrounded by a lot of my idols from when I was very young, such as Michaela Schifrin and Lindsey Vonn and all these amazing athletes.
You know they say, right, Chal?
Which one?
Yeah. Be careful. What you call it?
What you wish for?
No. You know when you meet your idol.
Be careful about don't meet your heroes.
Don't meet your heroes.
There you go.
Are you prepared? Sorry, I blanked out.
Hopefully, I hope that meeting my idols won't make me disappointed, but I'm sure it'll be amazing.
But Tallulah, a lot of us are looking up to you, and you are now our new Olympic idol.
You're actually our hero. But of course, I want to point out that you did mention mindset, and oftentimes there's pressure that comes with it, representing the country and all the Filipino people rooting for you. How is that? What are you doing to actually, ease up on the pressure, or it's something that doesn't really bother you?
I'm kind of taking, during my training, I think about what I want to accomplish in the run, especially with all my competitions that took me to qualify. I think I qualified for the slalom in my very last race, and it was the last day of qualification. And I kind of told myself, I'm just going to try my best, and whatever the outcome may be, it's meant to happen. And so, when I found out I qualified, I was like, it's the universe telling me it's meant to be. So I think I'm just trusting that everything will fall into place, and also, of course, connecting with my family and my friends, and just grounding myself in what my purpose of being there is, and not necessarily getting too worried or too anxious about it.
Right. And who's going to be going with you to the Olympics? Your parents?
Yeah, my parents and my brother are going.
And every other Filipino online, for sure. All right, now before we let you go, we'll be playing a rapid fire. So all that we're going to be doing is that we're going to be asking you questions, quick answers only from you, all right? So this is your grand slalom. Okay, here we go. Early morning training or late night afternoon runs?
Late afternoon runs.
Is it slalom or slalom? Slalom, right?
Slalom.
Slalom.
Okay, got it.
So slalom or giant slalom?
Giant slalom.
Okay.
Mountains or city life?
Mountains.
Mountains with snow.
Yes.
Snow or sand? I'm gonna add that.
Snow. But sand sometimes.
Okay. Favorite pre-race snack?
Ooh. Boba.
Boba.
Ooh.
All right.
Okay, this one I really want to know. Music or pure silence before a competition?
Music.
Favorite place you've trained so far?
Chile.
Chile.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay, how about this one? One word to describe competing for the Philippines.
Exciting.
Exciting.
Definitely.
The toughest part of training.
All of the hours dedicated.
I know there's still a long way to go for you, but biggest dream after the Olympics?
Visit the Philippines.
Yes!
Since you said that, what's your favorite Filipino food?
Oh, either pancit or ube.
Ube. Oh,
Of course.
you know what? When you when you come back to the Philippines, we've got a very good ube recipe or cake.
Not just that, the pancit lover Ferdi over
I
here will
love
make
it.
sure to give you the best pancit.
Pancit is my kryptonite. It literally is.
Okay, this one's very important. Please do share with us your message to young Filipino athletes. In one word.
In one word, oh, I'd say believe or dream.
Love it, love it. Believe or dream. Thank you so much for joining
Tallulah,
us.
I'm going to
Tallulah
ask
Proulx.
you one more thing before we let you go. Since you're going to go to the Olympics, we're going to try to arrange that perhaps you can give us some correspondence news for the Daily Dish on what's happening in Italy during the Olympics. Especially
Of
with
course, I
your
would
teammates.
love to.
All right. We're
Yay.
excited to hear from you. I'm sure producers will contact you. Thank you so much for joining us, Tallulah. We'd love to have you again on the show and hopefully live here as you promised. We wish you luck in the coming Olympics because you can do it.
Thank you so much.
All right, up next we hear from Miss World Philippines Ifugao 2025, Valerie Pawid West, as she shares her journey from pageants to cultural advocacy. Don't go away, the Daily Dish will be right back.
Hello, welcome back to the Daily Dish. Today we're joined by a Filipina-American beauty queen who has made waves in the pageant scene.
She's the founder of the Pulse of Hope Foundation, dedicated to purposeful, unconditional service to others, and a champion of Ifugao culture and heritage. Please welcome to the show Miss World Philippines Ifugao 2025, Valerie Pawid West.
Hello, everyone.
Good Happy to have you here.
Thank you.
Chal, she is the first to represent
Ever.
the Ifugao community in the pageant scene.
Yes.
But actually, you grew up in New York. So it's so interesting. How do you, when you step on that stage and you proudly represent the Ifugao community, what do you carry? What traditions do you carry that you want to showcase to the world that's proudly Ifugao?
Well, this whole year, we were talking earlier, I've spent the year here in the Philippines really not just pursuing pageantry, but relearning my culture. So I've, as a representative, had the opportunity to visit Ifugao every month and find out why the world should care. So I learned all about not just our beautiful landscapes, like the rice terraces everyone knows about, but our beautiful culture, which is in our weave patterns, the beautiful people that are there, and just really our rich culture in terms of religion and everything with Ifugao. So I'm just really happy to be a representative, to share that with the world, because there's so much more than meets the eye in terms of what our province has to give.
And you mentioned that you still have family in Ifugao province as well.
Yes. Actually, my mom and her sister are the only ones that are in the U.S., but they're one of 10 children. So I actually still have a lot of family there, a lot of support I'm really grateful for. And that's where I stay. I don't stay in a hotel or anything when I go to Ifugao. I stay in the family home. So
nice.
It's been really a beautiful experience this year.
How often do you go home?
I've been trying almost every month. Not just to see my family, but I'm establishing a foundation based in Ifugao. So we've been working tirelessly throughout the year to really establish some roots, find out the roots of the problems, how we can give back to the community. So
Actually, let's talk about that. Miss World is all about beauty with a purpose.
yes.
You're doing a foundation right now. Let's talk about that.
Sure. So the Pulse of Hope Foundation is my personal foundation where we are trying to uplift the underserved communities in the Philippines. And our first is the special needs community in the Philippines. So this started as early as 9 years old for me. Back in the States, I was singing for special needs schools, doing music therapy. So that was something that was always important to me. But then when I came to the Philippines, I saw the gap, the difference in opportunity for healthcare, education for this community specifically. So I wanted to highlight it for far-flung areas like Ifugao, where stigmas still exist. There's a lot of isolation, lack of opportunity and resources. So that's really what I'm being a spokesperson for. Really seeing ability versus disability so that we can have a more progressive future.
Valerie, sitting across you, I could already see beauty brains with a
Right.
heart. With a heart.
you.
Like,
Yes.
really, it's standing out, especially hearing about your purpose. But also, we want to know how you got started with pageantry. This is not your first, right?
Not my first, but not my career per se. I actually graduated as a biomedical engineer in the States.
Ooh, say that again.
A biomedical engineer. There's a picture.
Oh, I love that you have the Philippine flag with yourself.
Of course, I carry it with me
sweet.
everywhere. But yeah, so that was not my first plan in life, pursuing artista or pageantry. But of course, growing up with a Filipino mother, even in the US, every year we would watch the pageants. That was our tradition. So those were the women I look up to as really independent women in society, advocates for many different causes. And once the opportunity came after college, I thought, why not? I did so many years of really difficult schooling. I should pursue a creative outlet, do this for me. So here I am in the Philippines, just taking every opportunity that comes my way.
I love
So
that.
sweet.
Yes,
Well, you
and-
grew up in New York. So how did you stay in touch with your Filipino roots, especially your Ifugao roots?
Well, I mean, I always say, even though I grew up in the US, I was raised by an Ifugao mother who instilled in me values from where she came from. So even though I was born and raised in the US, that part of me still exists. I say I'm an Ifugao warrior by heart. But beyond that, I was very intentional about keeping up with learning my culture, even over in the States. Like I got my dual citizenship, and then I even taught traditional Filipino dance in college, so that we
Which
could
was which one?
a couple,
Tinikling?
Tinikling, Pagapir, Sayaw sa Bangko, Binasuan, you name it.
Wow.
I really taught all of them to our community so that we could spread more awareness within the Phil-Am community.
You know, Mo over here shares a lot of common things with you, also from the US, but loves the Philippines, of course. That's why now she's here. That's why she has no
Yes.
choice. And
Exactly.
she also joined Miss World. So
Wow.
I
I
want to
know.
know the pressures that you actually have pre-pageant. Are there already some?
Of course. I mean, I'm sure you remember during your time, there's a lot of pressure, especially as the first representative of Ifugao. I really want to make the most of this opportunity and be a true representative, not just of me, but the people I represent. But beyond that, all I'm doing right now is making sure I keep my mental and physical health under wraps because I can't stress out too much. All I could do is rely on all of the hard work we put in this year so that we can really showcase who I am on that stage.
What are you doing mentally to prepare and basically keep you calm? Because I know how it is. It's
Yeah.
very chaotic. You're always anxious.
Oh yeah,
especially
the
even when
thoughts
you're-
start to creep in.
Exactly, especially with your physical appearance as well, right? That
Yes.
really affects your mental health as well.
Look at me, not
Exactly.
relating to any of this.
Good.
Yeah, Miss Pageant, Miss Bilyonaryo
Bilyonaryo.
coming up soon. No, but seriously, yeah, mental
Mental,
preparedness.
I mean sleep. That's something people
Oh my
don't
gosh,
think
yes.
about.
Girl, I'm glad
right?
you're sleeping. I did not sleep when I did
I
Miss
mean,
World.
I'm kind of guilty of that too. But when I can, if I'm in a car, if I'm any mode of transport, I try to just rest because that's what's going to push me over because Miss World, there's a lot of speaking. You're an advocate. There's head-to-head, beauty with a purpose. So if I have no sleep, I can't speak. So sleep is one. Beyond that, just really having a supportive team around me. I was really careful about who I included in my circle this time around so that all people that give me really good criticism but also are very supportive at the end of the day, especially when I'm feeling down. So I think that's important not just in pageantry but in life, to surround yourself with the people that make you feel the most confident, the most beautiful.
And how did you make those connections? You lived abroad, so how did you make those connections here in the Philippines to form a team?
Well, let me tell you, when I first came to the Philippines for my last pageant, we had no idea where to even start. We just jumped in without a care in the world. But slowly we made connections through my passerella trainer, Miss Shandy Lim. And then, I don't know, the ball just started rolling. We kind of let life happen. So we met people along the way and really capitalized that this time around.
I cannot wait
Valerie,
to hear more of
sitting here
her.
across from you, I know that you're already winning in life right now. And there's so much that we want to learn from you about, not just about pageantry. But first, we'll take a short break. The Daily Dish will be right back. Welcome back to the Daily Dish. Still with us is Miss World Philippines Ifugao 2025 Valerie Pawid West.
So off cam, we were telling Valerie she's in good hands here with us at the Daily Dish because typically we have a streak. Those who guest here before their beauty contest or any, like we even had Abby Marquez, the Lumpia Queen. She manifested here and she got Gordon Ramsay. So like we had Kirk Bondad, he won. Emma Tiglao, she won the whole Miss Grad. So we're
that
already
chair
saying,
that you're sitting
you're gonna
on,
win Miss World.
Rob it. You're on the right show.
Sana, it's so close now, coordination.
Not far from
Good energy.
What is
Yes.
it? Feb 3, right?
February 3.
Okay, we're here to support. Chal, I'm hungry. And I want to ask Valerie her favorite Ifugao food. Because you guys do like a smoked pork over there.
We do. We have really nice barbecue. But for me, what they always prepare when I come home is native chicken. Which sounds like any other chicken, but I can't get it here in Manila. They have a very specific way of preparing it, and it's a bit...
What do they do to prepare it?
The whole chicken
Is that what it's
is
called?
cooked. No, that's a little different,
Okay, no.
but it's a bit tougher in texture, but the flavor is really nice, and the best part is the soup that comes with it.
Oh, we
Especially
love
when I'm
soup.
sick. Oh.
What about sweets? Are there sweets that you've gotten to try? I'm just curious, you know, like...
Actually, because we're rice terraces, the binakle.
But rice is life.
Yeah, rice is life.
Oh.
So the binakle is probably my favorite. It's like a sticky rice.
Sticky rice, sweet and sticky rice.
Very, very good.
Anything with rice is delicious.
Yeah, it's actually my, my sweet treat or my guilty pleasure when
Do you
I'm back.
cook?
Yes, I do.
What can't you do, Valerie?
I love cooking.
I thought I'd get you there.
Ask her, Valerie, what can't you do?
I can't whistle, actually.
Oh, okay,
Interesting.
I can't either. Okay, there we go.
Yeah,
So we got
there you
something.
No, see?
But she can sing. She can't whistle, but
She can sing, she can dance, she can cook.
Thank you.
She does everything. She can, what else? She can answer questions perfectly.
Actually, that one I want to find out.
Yeah.
As we can see here
She's
right
already
now.
speaking so well, eloquently.
Exactly. You're speaking so eloquently, answering all our questions, you know, improvising, but also having a heart with every answer.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, with every question that we give you. Are you still preparing for the Q&A, or is it something like, I got this, girl?
Of course, no. The preparation should not stop until the final moment. We're really pushing across the finish line now, so
Yeah.
it's super close, but I'm still trying to fit in trainings whenever I can. I'm actually guilty. I haven't slept like last
I
night,
told
only
you,
a
it's
few
like
hours.
We barely sleep during the pageant.
But it's close. I'll sleep when it's over.
Now, girl, you still look fresh, so don't
Thank
worry.
you.
What are you doing for Q&A preps?
Q&A, I'm working with a trainer from Cebu, Ate Mitch, and she's really been preparing me mostly on the status of the Philippines, current events, social issues, because with Miss World, you really need to know what's going on, not just here, but in the world.
Right.
So I took that very seriously when joining this pageant because as an advocate, I need to be able to speak with authority. So that's the main thing. Just really reading up current events, and being prepared.
Okay, earlier on you told us that you also do sports. So
Yeah.
again, a lot of things that she does,
A lot
that
of
she can
activities.
do. So I'm going to throw you off a bit here
Okay.
with a question that you would not expect. But we need to know.
Okay.
Tell us about your love life.
Oh, from sports to love life.
Yes.
Play ball.
Yes, judge number 5 asking you about your love life.
My love life. Right now, my main love is for the people of Ifugao and the pageant because that's my main priority. I take it very seriously. So, ayan.
Have you dated any
beauty
Filipino?
queen of her, I love her answer.
But have you dated any Filipino already?
Maybe.
What's
Who
your
knows?
type? What are you looking for in a guy?
Well, my main thing is someone with a sense of humor. I need someone that I can joke with, can banter. And then besides that, just someone that's really understanding of my life and my industry. Because as you can see, I'm sure you know, it's very, very hectic. So that someone that can balance with me on terms
My
of
gosh,
that.
my poor husband, he was with me through Miss World.
See?
And he remembered, like, I could not eat anything, like, no rice. I was just eating steamed
I
chicken,
also,
steamed
yeah.
broccoli, and I would cry. Like, I love coconut jam. So I was like, please just give me coconut jam with my pandesal, please. Like, I
Yeah.
would literally break down because I want something sweet.
Yes.
So I was able to just have, like, a teaspoon of it just to, you know,
Girl,
calm
I
me
wish we
down.
could have flashed your Q&A because
Diba?
I love your answer. The first thing, let's ask that to her actually.
Okay,
Go
this
lang.
is my Q&A.
Give it to her, Mo.
So
Oh
what's
my-
the first thing you would do if you won the Miss World crown tonight?
First thing, probably sleep because we're so sleep deprived recently. I take a really nice rest and wake up ready to start as the Miss World Philippines.
See, that's a
2026.
great...
And these are real answers
Yeah.
because Mo's answer was the first thing she was gonna do was eat.
I was like, I've been on a strict
Iconic
diet.
answer,
I'm
actually.
gonna eat.
Yeah.
Eat and sleep. Okay, while we're at it, we're gonna go ahead with this Q&A.
Let's ask her some.
Sure.
challenging questions and see how you shine under pressure. If you ever even get pressured at all.
I feel like she does
Pressured
it.
ako.
I'm gonna add this question that's not actually
Go.
on the prompter. What is the biggest misconception about being an Ifugao, and how would you turn that misconception around?
Love that.
I get that all the time because I get questioned, are you really from Ifugao? Like, for me, what is your image of an Ifugao woman? We're not just one look or one body type. We're really diverse. If you really go to Ifugao, you'll see many types of women with many different backgrounds, educationally, spiritually, religiously. So I think the biggest misconception is that we're all under one body type, one skin type. So I think it's important you see that there's a lot more to give from an Ifugao women. We're graceful, we have a lot of wit, we're intelligent, and we're ready to conquer the world stage.
And the winner is...
I'm like, bro, she gave the
She got it.
best
Okay,
answer.
but that's just the first question. Next one.
Okay.
Having lived between the U.S. and of course the Philippines, how long have you been here?
A year.
A year already. What insights do you have on the U.S. immigration and dual citizenship policies?
Oh, girl, this stresses me out.
Wow. Okay, as someone that just said they know the state of the world. For me, I said that I was very intentional in gaining my dual citizenship even when I was 16 in the US. So for me, being a dual citizen is a show of my identity, and I don't think I should ever have to choose being either American or Filipino. Both make me who I am. So of course, I really support dual citizenship as a show of who you are and who your identity is.
Oh, and the winner again is...
Speechless. I'm like, wow.
But I think it's coming from a real place.
Yeah, I totally
course.
agree.
Of
Yes.
course.
Everything she says, I'm like, yeah,
Yeah,
what
that
she
one,
said.
that one.
Yeah, that one. All right, if you could pass one law to protect the environment in the Philippines, what would it be?
To protect the environment. Coming from Ifugao, we put a lot of effort into preserving our natural landscapes, especially with using different infrastructure to water our rice terraces. We use a very, very ancient practice of preserving our forests in the highlands, so when it rains, it provides water for the rest of our rice terraces. So I think something in terms of preserving our natural landscapes in the Philippines so that we can utilize that for greener pastures and greener future.
And the winner is again.
Okay, we're gonna go now to the next level. This is my question.
Next level.
Next level, level 5. Okay. So
This is Q&A training.
Actually.
you do know that the Philippines, of course, love pageantry. We always
course.
say that it's part of our life. But there are some people who say that it's still quite superficial. What do you think is the relevance of pageants nowadays?
Nowadays, I think it's really great that we're moving in a direction where there's more inclusivity in pageants. I really enjoyed my last pageant journey, and even now, meeting people from all walks of life, from mothers to women that have been divorced, to women that are currently married. We're learning from a diverse womanhood right now, and I think that's something that should be highlighted more in the pageantscape, showcasing that we're not all coming from one background, and we all are having very different futures. So we're learning from each other, and we need to highlight our individual stories more, because that's, at the end of the day, why we joined pageantry, to share our stories and also promote our advocacies, because those are things that are close to our heart.
She still got to answer it.
When she speaks, I'm just in awe of her. I'm like, Chal, why is she so amazing?
Okay, quickly, one more question. The difficult one that we saw.
Level 10.
I'm challenged.
Whoa.
I'm in the hot seat.
If you find out that one of your loved ones, your family member, was part of a scandal, political scandal or corruption, what would you do?
And especially being in the limelight.
Ooh, one of my loved ones. Well, first, I think it's important to go directly to the person. Of course, we need to be aware that everyone has their own side to each story, whether it's a scandal or not. Just in life, it's important to understand different people's perspectives. So that would be my first step. And then beyond that, as an advocate for, really fighting against corruption right now and using your voice, I would promote honesty and also responsibility to my loved one, because at the end of the day, you hold a lot of power in position, so it's important you don't neglect that or take advantage of it.
Bravo.
Judge, thoughts, comments, concerns?
Yeah, special prize also goes to. Thank you so much.
I wasn't ready for that.
Excellent.
You
Seriously.
were amazing. You did so
Thank
well.
you.
You're so ready. Now we're wrapping up our segment here with you, Valerie. But go ahead and just give a shout out real quick to your family and the Ifugao community.
Yes. Thank you, everyone, for the love and support thus far. If you've been following my journey, thank you. Please continue to support my journey as we go towards the Blue Crown Miss World Philippines 2026. Shout out to my mom, who's flying to the Philippines as we speak.
Have a safe flight, Mommy.
Yes, I hope to see you soon. And yes, thank you so much. Follow me on my social media, Valerie Pawid West on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, as well as Miss World Philippines Ifugao.
Best of luck, Valerie Pawid West. Thank you so much, and we'll have you back here when you get
When
that
you win.
crown.
Hopefully.
When you get that crown.
Return to this seat.
Yeah. All right, everyone. Up next, we've got stories from around the world, plus the latest in sports and entertainment when the Daily Dish returns. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to the Daily Dish. Alerts are up in Canada as a record-breaking winter storm buries vast areas in snow. Whiteout conditions caused dozens of road crashes, and some areas are covered in snow that's waist deep. The full story from our Canada correspondent, Rowena Papasil.
Residents of the Greater Toronto Area woke up Sunday to a heavy snowstorm that is expected to bring in up to 60 centimeters of snow. The City of Toronto issued both a declaration of major snowstorm that banned the parking of vehicles in city highways to enable snow plowing and removal operations, and a declaration of significant weather event that urged motorists to be cautious and avoid unnecessary travel due to road conditions. Environment Canada has placed Toronto and the whole province of Ontario under orange warning as a high-impact snow hit many areas, with snowfall amounts of 20 to 35 centimeters and reduced visibility on roads. In Scarborough, a city outside downtown Toronto, resident Donna Ilagan said they were bracing for a massive snowfall following the weather warnings.
Expected naman to, and winarn kami ng Toronto weather stations na expected up to 40 centimeters ng snow. Itong snow event na to ay preceded by mga siguro a week, almost a week na very, very low temperatures. Na I think this season, ito yung first na talagang, ang tawag nila polar vortex. Ngayon lang yung talagang malamig na malamig this season. Yung tipong temperature pa lang, -20 na. Temperature pa lang yun, -20. So with wind chill, mga nasa -30s siya.
Like many residents, Ilagan said they've stocked up on groceries and other winter necessities. With the freezing temperatures, Ilagan said they try to avoid going outside as much as possible. But if needed, she said they have to bundle up with several layers of clothing to keep warm.
To be very, very certain, para to be safe, magsuot ka ulit ng isang jacket sa tatlo na before you put on your bubble jacket na talagang nagsastop ng wind and everything. Tapos mag-gloves ka. Importante ang tuk kasi yung heat mo, doon una lumalabas sa extremities mo. No? So sa katawan mo, it will be at least 3 layers plus your jacket. Kapag nagsusnow, yung snow actually, kita mo malambot lang siya, right? Pero pag sa ganong lamig at nahit ka ng snow, actually mahapdi sa mukha.
In the city of Barrie in central Ontario, resident Luisa Novella Talusan said it's been snowing non-stop there for more than a week, which they've never experienced before.
More than a week na na tuloy-tuloy. Minsan, hindi snow, yung tawag dito, wet snow actually. Parang sobrang hindi naman ganito nangyayari na sunod-sunod, araw-araw, walang humpay, walang puknat. Hindi ganun eh.
Talusan said the snow in their city can sometimes be as high as her waist and shared that it can be difficult to drive because, aside from poor visibility, the pile of snowbanks can block the view of motorists. Like Ilagan, Talusan said they have also stocked up on necessities and even bought a generator in case their power goes out.
Ginagawa namin, bumibili na kami ng mga gasol, meron kaming separate na tangke tsaka kalan para makapagluto ka man lang. Nag-charge siya ng mga batteries. Bumili rin kami ng tawag dito, generator. Kasi kapag naulit yung last year, sa amin naman hindi kami inabot ng ilang araw. Nagkaroon ng blackout.
Environment Canada has warned that children and older adults are at greater risk from the cold and urged Canadians to watch out for cold-related symptoms, including frostbite. Ilagan said Toronto has opened more warming centers to provide shelter to those experiencing homelessness.
Palagi ko ang mga unfortunately ay nagkakasakit ng ganyan ay yung mga unhoused, yung mga homeless na ayaw magstay sa shelters for whatever reason. So kaya ang city, dinadagdagan nila yung mga warming centers, they're open late, yung mga emergency, mga churches, ganyan, to help the unhoused, yung mga vulnerable members of society.
Meantime, the Ontario Provincial Police West Region reported 57 crashes due to the road conditions in southwestern Ontario and warned the number is still going up. The OPP West Region urged motorists to drive carefully.
If you do need to travel, please reduce your speed, drive according to the road and weather conditions. Again, turn your entire headlighting system on and just take your time. It is freezing on here right now, so if you do happen to break down, make sure that you do have an emergency kit. warm clothing, food, water, charged cell phone, in the event that you maybe become stuck in traffic as well, and any medication that you might require.
Many schools and campuses have canceled classes due to the severe winter conditions. Hundreds of departing and arriving flights at Toronto's Pearson International Airport were also canceled due to the winter weather. Rowena Papasin, Bilyonaryo News Channel, Canada.
Hope is alive, but only one racket carries it. Pinay tennis ace Alex Ayala is set to face Japan's Himeno Sakatsume as the last Filipina in the Philippine Women's Open singles draw. On the line is Zeus Valdez from Abante with the details. Hi, Zeus.
Hi, Monique. One Filipina remains and the spotlight now shines solely on Alex Ayala. Ayala stands as the last local player left in the singles draw of the Philippine Women's Open as the WTA 125 event moves into the second round at the Rizal Memorial Tennis Center. That picture became clear after Kei-Ann Imana exited the tournament, falling to Russia's Tatiana Prosorova 6-1, 6-0. All eyes now turn to Ayala, who returns to center court today for a high-stakes rematch against Japan's Himeno Sakatsume. Sakatsume defeated Ayala in their last encounter in 2023, making this second-round clash a shot at redemption. Ayala enters in form fresh off a strong straight sets win over Alina Sheriva, a performance that energized the home crowd. But Sakatsume brings momentum too, coming off a recent deep run in Hong Kong. With no other Filipina left, Ayala now carries the nation's hope of a deep home tournament run. A quarterfinal berth is on the line, and a potential meeting with Camila Osorio or Mai Fontama awaits the winner. For Ayala, it's another chance to turn home support into a statement victory. Back to you, Monique.
Thanks so much for that update, Zeus Valdez reporting.
All hail a new era of Chanel. Artistic director Matthew Blazy debuted his first haute couture collection, a dreamlike vision of weightless silks and nature-inspired fantasy. The Franco-Belgian designer turned the venue into a surreal garden with giant pink mushrooms and sweeping willow trees. Transparent, vivid silks floated down the runway, accompanied by feathers, birds, and peacock motifs, and shimmering multicolored fabrics. Ethereal, see-through fabrics became a signature thread with standout pieces, including a transparent floating version of denim jeans worn with a long, bright tank top. Classic Chanel jackets appeared with a twist, their button silhouettes worn over skirts, finished with opulent feather fringes.
Awards momentum continues for one battle after another, and Sinners, as both films top this week's BAFTA nominations ahead of the Oscars. One battle after another led the field with 14 nods, including Best Film, following its strong showing with 13 Oscar nominations. Close behind, Sinners picked up 13 BAFTA nominations just days after breaking the all-time Oscar records with 16. The BAFTA Awards take place in London on February 22, setting the stage for the final stretch of the award season before the Oscars in March.
Art alert on the Daily Dish. Tomorrow we're chatting with the co-founder of Art Fair Philippines, Tricky Lopa, on how she's revolutionizing the local art scene. We'll also have global event designer Gideon Hermosa, renowned for redefining luxury event styling, transforming venues into a jaw-dropping experience. That's at noon, only here on the Bilyonaryo News Channel. And that's it for us today, Wednesday, January 28th. Join us again tomorrow for more Real Talk.
A lot of spilled tea.
With Zero Filter, I'm Monique Tuzon-Basi. Anytime is a good time because it's always more fun with us.
I'm Ferdi Salvador, always on top with the news and stories that matter most.
I'm Chal Lontoc. Stay tuned to the Bilyonaryo News Channel.
Thanks for making us your lunchtime companion. I'm Mai Rodriguez, and that's the Daily Dish. Serve!